This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 899, Graphical Bang for Your Buck. Enjoy. And I think that's what people were probably upset about, is that they wanted to be rewarded by getting their super sweaty kills at high enrage. And then you can just have a very topical look at this drop post table, and you'll see that that's not the case. You're not going to be rewarded for those sweaty kills as much as you would if you just, farm 50%.
Yeah, well, the reward is look at me.
Exactly. And enrage means that's your way of pushing yourself, I feel. So.
Yeah.
We already mentioned that completing a dungeon increases the number of loot points that you get, but it also increases the rare chance by multiplying their chance denominator by 0.75. So, a player that completes the dungeon and kills Zamorak at 300% enraged, their rare chance is now 1 in 50.2. And you see the problem here. I think people are upset that they're not being rewarded for the sweaty kills, and they don't probably like that if you go through the dungeon, you have a higher chance of getting rewards.
Yeah, well, I'll be damned. You're rewarded for work rather than
right, and
the skill.
And that's why we come back to the beginning, and I don't think
though.
Releasing this was a good idea.
Probably not, but this is like you go out there and you spend a lot of money on a badass car, right? You got a higher percentage chance of getting a hottie. But it doesn't matter whether it's a Porsche or a Mercedes. Still the same percentage of getting a hottie, right?
That's an interesting analogy, and I have no comment of whether or not that works. Zan?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I think it works. I don't know. I've never had a Porsche or a Mercedes.
Right.
Well, anything you could drive for that matter.
Yeah, but that's a different discussion. And then
That's how it works in my head.
Right. Fair enough. And then we get to bad luck mitigation. After everything else, bad luck mitigation will come into effect, and it applies after 10 kills without a rare drop. And they say, at this point you'll be getting sad, and rightfully so. So to tackle this, each kill beyond the 10 threshold reduces the player's rare chance denominator by 1. Bad luck mitigation has no effect on what rare will roll, only the chance to hit the rare drop table. Bad luck mitigation is not increased by and does not affect story mode. The maximum chance to get a rare caps at 1 in 20. So, for example, if players defeated Zamorak 20 times without a drop, and that player completes a 300% kill, their chance to hit that rare drop is now 1 in 57. So there's that.
That's a little too massy for me, but yeah.
Well, it basically just means that bad luck mitigation just makes it more likely for you to hit a rare. It's not going to necessarily make your commons better. It just makes it that much closer to hit that rare. So, pet chance. The pet is not part of the drop table and is not influenced by any modifiers. It has a base drop rate of 1 in 500 or 1 in 300 in solo mode with a threshold of 100. And when you think about it in terms of the amount of time it takes to kill the boss, 6 to 7 minutes probably or so, if you're going solo, that is in line with what we have with other bosses in game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that sounds pretty average.
And, I appreciate the post. There's been, of course, lots of discussion on the episode when this came out about whether or not the items are too rare and whether or not RuneScape's rare toys should be given to more people. But, I think there is always going to be some kind of conversation and people maybe not being totally happy with how the drop system works when they realize it's not either how it was in their mind or it's completely different to what they would like it to be. And I think the biggest sticking points for people are going to be not being rewarded for enrage, and not being, or rather being rewarded for going through the dungeon despite having the skip unlock. So
Yeah, and I mean, maybe if I could see someone that's really into PVM having a different opinion. It, you know, um, but from what we know, I don't know. I'm not noticing anything that seems way off. But I couldn't kill that boss if you gave me all the time in the world and all the money. Like I don't think I could do it.
yeah, and I mean, just to provide that high-end PVMer perspective, David messaged me when this post came out. He said, "Are you happy with 0% enrage being more GP per hour than anything else?"
But it's 50%, right?
I know 50%. It was I think the one that was mapped out to be the sweet spot from one of the Waswer videos, I believe, in terms of just factoring in all the math behind this, and a wide set of kills and whatnot. So
yeah,
like it looks like 0% is good, but I think 50% was mapped out to be the sweet spot. So
okay,
well, take it or leave it. I mean, I'm fine with this. I have no qualms with this, as I haven't really killed Zamorak that much because I'm guarding my position on the high scores right now. Still, but
yeah.
I know a lot of people were upset about this, and it really raises the question: should drop rate posts be released in the end? So I don't know, folks. Let us know what you think about that, because that's a interesting discussion, I think. So.
You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.